So, this film opens in the distant future when the world had progressed a lot. All the evils from the world like war, starvation, deadly diseases had ended. Now there was neither shortage of food anywhere in the world, nor there was any incurable disease. The biggest thing is that space travel had become common. Everyone could now go for a walk in the space comfortably. Meanwhile, we see the main character of the story named Max in a spaceship. Max was also very fond of traveling, so he had set out to explore the galaxy in his special spaceship. He loved visiting every planet and learning about the lifestyle there. However, his family always advised him to just come back and focus on your studies. But because he was not fond of studies, he did not pay attention to what his family said. Meanwhile, suddenly a piece of rock hits Max's spaceship, due to which it became uncontrollable. The system started malfunctioning, the light stopped working, the alarm started ringing. Seeing this, Max tried to bring the spaceship down quickly, but the system got completely damaged, and the spaceship started falling. Soon the ship got crashed on an island of an unknown planet, and then Max got out of it before the explosion in the spaceship. And now he was stuck on this unknown island. There was no one to be seen here far and wide who could come to his help. This island was mysterious like a desert. There was not much darkness, but just silence, which was creating a haunting atmosphere. Well, now Max starts wandering through the area. Coming to the forest, he saw some utensils. The fire had been extinguished a while ago, which clearly meant that someone else is also living here. And then he saw a creature who was hiding. Max tried to talk to it, but it ran away in fear. He was not able to understand what kind of world this was. Then suddenly a loud sound echoes. With it a soldier came in front of him. He immediately pointed a gun at Max, and he started shouting at him in some unknown language. Now Max got worried. He was neither able to understand his language, nor could he make him understand anything. Then Max took out a device attached to his belt, which functioned like translator and could translate any language. Max puts it in his ear. The soldier thought that it is a weapon. So, he shoots at Max's belt, and the next moment he arrests him and takes him with him. He brought him to a strange city which looked like Earth, but it was also a little scary. Soldiers in black, dirty uniform were marching around here with guns in their hands and helmets on their heads. Strange drones were flying everywhere. Soon Max was brought to a laboratory, where there were some scientists. They were actually thinking Max to be an alien. That's why they put a helmet with a device on his head, because they wanted to know every secret of Max by reading his thoughts through this device. But soon those people started feeling that he is not an alien, but a mad person. That's why it is decided to send him to a mental hospital. This task was assigned to a senior soldier, whose name was Guy. Suddenly, everyone started singing songs loudly, which was a song of love in their hearts for their country and government. Looking at them, it seemed as if they were under the control of someone, and there should be nothing else in their mind except this patriotic song. All these things seemed very strange and ridiculous to Max, and he was also getting suspicious. Here, suddenly a soldier fell on the ground and started having seizures. So, the authorities picked him up and took him away. Seeing this, Max's suspicion increased further. Now, when Max was being taken to the mental hospital, he was observing the poor conditions there. How bad everything was. The roads and buildings are broken, and there are strange towers at every distance of 2-3 kilometers. He asked Guy about this, that what are the towers for? Then Guy says that what is it? Nowadays the number of rebels has increased a lot. They keep coming here. So, these towers were installed to protect from the enemies. They were talking when suddenly there was a huge explosion in a tower, due to which the burnt debris of the tower started falling on them. Commotion spread everywhere. Some people ran away, while some died under the debris. A big rod pierced Max's truck, due to which Guy gets pressed down. Now Max, without wasting any time, uses all his strength to pull Guy out, and thus his life barely saves. Seeing this, Guy understood that he cannot be any ordinary boy. Well, now Max comes to know that there is a rebellion going on here. That is, those who have been called rebels are standing against the government, because they dislike the ways of the government. So, the government wants to maintain its power by putting up this tower. They move ahead on foot towards. After coming in the main city, a powerful man is shown, who is the head of the research department. He orders his agent to bring Max to him. This time Max is kept locked in a big tank because the scientists wanted to test his brain deeply. But then the agent of the department head comes here and takes Max from there without anyone's permission. Meanwhile, we see a lawyer who had kept an eye on Max for a long time. But when he saw the time, he got very scared. He quickly goes to the bathroom and locks himself. But suddenly, he also starts having the same seizure. On the other hand, when the agent was taking Max, he was also sweating after looking at the watch again and again. Suddenly, he also got a seizure. Seeing this, some people take the agent captive and take him with them. The people around start singing songs once again. Now, seeing Max, people start calling him a rebel because he was not singing songs like them. They started shouting at him. Then, taking advantage of this stampede, Max runs away from there. Now, it is revealed that there is a group called Fathers in which all those fathers rule here, which included the head of the research department and his agent. Now, they had some rules. If any father made even a small mistake, the other fathers would kill him. Now Max went to a bar where he liked the waitress very much. Both of them talked for some time and became good friends. Another rude customer started misbehaving with the waitress. Max tried to stop him, but both of them got into a fight. He attacked Max many times, but Max made every attack unsuccessful, because he had a lot of strength. After this, Max told the waitress the whole story of how he came here. In the course of the conversation, he came to know that the waitress was Guy's sister. The waitress was taking Max to her house, so he also agreed happily. But when both of them came out of bar, that rude man came again. This time, he had also brought his goons with him to take revenge from Max. Now Max also knew how to cope with them. As those people attacked with swords, Max saved himself quickly, and now those people pounced on Max. But he was not getting hurt at all. He fights everyone and makes them fall. Along with this, the rest of the gang members also arrived who had heavy weapons. One of them tied a rope around Max's leg while the other attacked him with a weapon. But he used their own weapons against them and killed them all. Now only that rude man was left. He throws the round device towards Max, which had blades on it. But before anything happens, Max manages to save himself easily. After coming home, Guy also allows Max to stay in his house. Max gradually starts understanding the living style of this place. One thing surprises him a lot. He saw that the government is showing his thoughts like a movie on TV. Their government tells people that we live inside our planet and not on the surface, because there is no star or planet in the outside world. Along with this, they are also told that their fathers have installed these towers after winning the war against the rebels. Only then their planet, this country, is saved. Guy tells Max that defending your country is the great duty. You also become a guard like me, Max. He agreed to this, where his army training started, in which he also learned song and passed many exams. He topped the exam of shooting things of rebels, which means he was an amazing shooter too. Now, after rigorous training, Max was recruited in the army. Their first mission was to destroy a base of rebels. Soon they reached there and attacked there. Bombs were thrown and rebels were dragged. Max found this thing strange because he saw that the rebels are not some monster creatures, but they are some scared people. Seeing this, Max decided not to kill them, and he threw the gun down while the rest of the soldiers were beating the rebels badly. They were being dragged like animals and taken away. And obviously Max also found it weird and felt bad. Now the rebels were brought to the court for punishment. Then they were made to stand in front, and a bright light was thrown on them. So bright that their eyes started hurting. Many rebels shouted that, "Please leave us. We did not do anything." While they all were speaking ill of the fathers, and now the people who were crying, they were sent away as laborers while those who made noise were killed. Now a rebel with a mechanical arm was brought in. Fathers restrained him in a gas-filled suit, due to which his body started burning slowly, and the poor man died in agony. Max felt awful seeing this. He was also getting angry, but he stands there quietly controlling his anger. After coming home, Max told Guy that this is going completely wrong. Guy told him that it is okay and we adopt this method because everyone knew Max now. So, the agent came to capture him, but before that the head of the fathers wanted to test Max's loyalty. So, he took Max to the forest, and he said this after making two rebels stand in front of him to kill them. Max says that I will kill them alone, not in front of everyone. But after taking them some distance, he leaves both of them. Coming back, he told the head of the fathers that I want to leave the army. Hearing this, the head got furious with anger and pointed a gun at Max. Although Guy stopped him, he fired many bullets at Max, due to which he gets badly injured. Now the head forcibly took Guy with him while leaving Max's dead body there. On the other hand, all the fathers were planning how to kill all the rebels together. On the other hand, the rebels were searching for Max's dead body in the forest. They found the dead body, but when they saw it moving, everyone got shocked because, yes, Max was still alive. And all his wounds healed very quickly. Now all the rebels started telling Max the truth. They say that these towers are not installed for the protection of the planet, but such signals emit from these towers which tamper with the minds of humans. That is why suddenly something starts happening to people twice a day. And they start singing songs in love of their planet's country. But there are some people on whom these signals do not affect. Rather, they start having seizures. As we have seen earlier, the government labels such people as rebels so that they may kill. Hearing this, Max understood that this system is the worst. Then once again signals started emitting from the tower. The rest of the people sat with a stick in their mouth to prevent their tongue from being bitten during the seizure. On the other hand, the lawyer was also doing the same, and because the signals do not affect Max, he started helping the rebels. Soon he joined the rebels, and they decided that they will blow up the tower, so they secretly entered an area of the tower. As soon as the rebels opened fire, all the soldiers became alert. Max was moving ahead comfortably. Whoever was coming in front of him, he was pushing them aside while killing. And the rebels were also fighting. Some were killed, while some were firing bullets standing behind the walls. Max reached the bottom of the tower very bravely and planted a bomb there. Then he tied a rope with a hook on all the rebels, whether they were alive or dead. Then he started dragging them away. After a time, in a short time, Max and his team were away from danger. There was a huge explosion in the tower, and it has exploded. But this situation was very painful because one more companion died in front of them. And now only Max and one rebel were survived. Now Max went to Waitress's house, but the neighbor had seen him. So, he immediately informed the police. Guys started shouting at Max. But in the meantime, the police came there, seeing which Max immediately runs away from there. So, Guy and Waitress may not get into any trouble, but the soldiers were already waiting for him outside. But even here he did not stop, and he kills everyone one by one. But he was helpless at that time when the head of the father captures Guy's sister. Seeing this, Max had to accept defeat and he surrenders himself to them. Max was jailed, where there were already many prisoners. On the other side, the lawyer was collecting information about Max. He came to know that the signals emitted from the tower do not affect on Max at all. He was very surprised to know this, and he plans to kidnap Max. Max and the rest of the prisoners were sent to the forest so that they could collect the remaining weapons. When they were doing this, suddenly some robots got activated on their own and started firing. Everyone quietly lay down. They also retaliated and blew up all the robots. Max tells a soldier that when I came here, I saw a creature. Then the soldier tells him that he is not any creature, but the transformed humans who are very dangerous. They should be killed immediately on seeing them. Now suddenly that soldier fell into the pit. Then Max also jumps to save him. It was a tunnel, so both of them started moving forward to investigate. They see a very old laboratory. But in the meantime, a creature also approached there. While they were investigating, the creature attacks the soldier and catches him. Before it could kill him, Max saves the soldier. Then he himself started fighting with the creature, and he finally captures it after knocking it down. But Max realized that if the soldier got a chance, he will kill it. So, Max frees the creature. The next day, Max and two friends were exploring the jungle when they saw a red tank which was stuck in the bushes. Before they could go near the red tank, the black tanks started attacking them. Although they were also retaliating, but none of their attacks were destroying those tanks. Seeing this, Max got an idea, and he attacked the red tank, due to which the red tank attacks the black tanks. It blew up all the black tanks one by one. Now Max quickly entered the red tank. Then he deactivated the tank by cutting all the wires. Now Max had planned to escape from there. But no one else wanted to go with him because they felt that it would not be so easy. It was not free from any danger. That is why Max left alone with the tank. However, many bombs planted along the way exploded to destroy the tank, but he remained safe. On the other hand, when the lawyer came to know that Max has escaped from the jail, he became aggressive out of anger and vandalized all the things in his office. After coming a little far, Max came across some soldiers who were checking all the vehicles. As a soldier came up, Max became happy because he was none other than Guy. Max pulls him inside after seeing. And then without stopping he broke the gate and ran away from there. Although the soldiers fired many bullets, but it was in vain. Now Guy was very shocked, and he asked Max surprisingly that, "Brother, why did you pull me inside? And where are you taking me?" On this Max said, "Relax, my friend, I am going to show you a new life, which will be much better than here." Hearing this, both of them happily drove ahead. And with this, the story of this film ends here.